weird, each one of us wonderful. Weird in our own ways, making us unique and special. And in that uniqueness, we are so different from the world. Accepting the unique that you are seems really tough. Accepting, being in total allowance of the uniqueness that you are is a space of total ease. What stops us from being in allowance of that uniqueness that we are gifted with? We desire people in the outside world to digest this uniqueness of ours at a time when we ourselves are unable to digest this uniqueness. The actions, reactions of people around trigger our inner self. And most of the times we hate being unique because we never consider it as a quality. We consider it as a flaw. Being like the others is such a tough thing. But we find that easy. Might be just at the head. We think that is going to create a life greater, a life easier. And somehow we feel if we have more people around us, we birth a world when we do not consider the world that we are to ourselves, the unique, with the unique stance of ours. How can we expect people to understand that uniqueness and celebrate it? Celebrating the gift of love that the Supreme created. Celebrating every breath that is gifted to us. Celebrating this body. Celebrating the relationships, a bundle of them that we have around. celebrating the status that we have, celebrating the peace that we have, celebrating the molecules that, by coming together, have made us. The pull and push that we create for ourselves is again complicated. The struggles that we create for ourselves at the head, we have to go through them. And the struggle of not loving the real is a big, big struggle. What is it that we hate about our now, that we do not even desire to be with it? What is it in our bodies, in the now that is real, that we do not like? Is it overweight? Is it underweight? Is it the shape? Is it the way we look? Is it the way we carry ourselves? Is it the color of the skin? What is it that is real? You possess it right away, however you hate it. And anything that we hate, we cannot align with it, because we do not allow the energy to become one with that. The job that you are in, what is it you hate about that job? The hours there, the boss, how much you earn, the subordinates, the perks, the package, what is it? And it can be all of that. Acknowledging the real, acknowledging what is. Acknowledging what is the first step. Then owning what is real. Owning the body, whatever shape, size, color. Owning your status, good, bad, ugly, however it is. Owning your relationships. Do you feel proud walking beside your partner? Or energetically, do you just do not belong to each other? It is just for formality that you walk along with. And anything that we do not own, how can that energy belong to us? And how is it that you can rejoice and have fun with it? Because somewhere you are ashamed of that. And anything that you are ashamed of, it could be your degrees, it could be your marks, it could be your profession, it could be your partner, it could be your spouse, it could be your child. They can never be an add-on to your today. And then acknowledging how you play around, how you just desire to disown that relationship, how you just so wish that it was replaced by something which was more satiating and beautiful. It will always keep you in a space of pain that does not allow these energies to be one, so that you can have an expansive life, living reality, body, business, and relationship too. The energies really understand the smartness of our head. And it's just a wish that never has to be fulfilled, that never will be fulfilled if we desire to play up with energies. Energies do not know how to function the way we desire them to operate. They have a way, and that is the way. And how do we like to function? Highway is mine. What all do you hate about yourself that you've yet not owned, claimed, and acknowledged? And even if you do not use that harsh word, hate, what do you dislike about yourself? So much that it does not allow you to give yourself the biggest, warmest hug. What is it that you dislike so much that your world is full of thorns and they are all invisible? They show up in circumstances, in places, time and again, just reminding that they exist. Anything that we hate, we dislike, is contributing in making us aware what can we stop disliking so that we like ourselves and start considering ourselves as a gift of God. This is free. Where do you still feel you are not enough? Where do you still feel that you are not the deservable? Where do you still feel that people do not like you, love you the way they should? Let's change this world of thorns. Let's change this misery that we live with 24/7. And let's change this misery into a miracle. Is that a possibility? Changing misery into a miracle? Everything comes from our thoughts. If there is misery, the seed is the thought. And if there is a miracle, that too comes from the seed of our thought. But how will a miracle change? How will misery change into a miracle? That is by taking the first step of acknowledging that there are many things that you do not like in you. Secondly, what would it take to change all of that? Is it that if you change the thoughts, and is it when you will consciously change the thoughts, it will create something that is easier than misery. And it might be that we have to fake it till we make it. However, the conscious efforts never fail. Anything that you have been choosing consciously will keep adding ease. Will always keep adding ease. And one fine day, everything that you have been faking for a while will outcreate into a reality that you desire to create, that is all miracles. Knowing the truth is a miracle. Knowing what you hate is also a miracle, because it will allow you to change that hatred into love. Loving what is true and loving what is real, because that is the crux of life. Knowing what is true and then adoring what is true. And once you start adoring it, you're already aligned with it. The distance has vanished. What created the distance? That was your judgment of that. What was real? And in that distance, you were feeling distanced. Not from people, not from relationships, not from wealth, but you yourself. Everywhere that we go, we travel in this journey of life. The journey of life is actually making us return to love. Returning to love is such a beautiful space to go back to. Returning to love, being one with the real. Returning to love. Deleting the distance between you and you. Returning to love. Changing the loneliness to the aloneness. Returning to love. Going from misery to miracle. This is returning to love. This phrase, returning to love, is so unwinding. It is so full of joy because it is talking about the journey back home. And all of us are on a journey back home now. Back home to that light, to that Supreme Lord. By knowing Him, the real Him, by knowing yourself, the real self that you are, by knowing the drama that is happening, that is your life. So many people come, and so many have gone, and so many more will come. These moments are so comforting, so ease-filled, so intoxicating, and so soothing for our bodies, for our minds, for our spirits. As these moments are moments of oneness. These moments are moments of alignment, where we are not all scattered. The energies have come together in one place and are focused, and they have a direction, positive. And how is it that bodies just start relaxing so much. As if somebody has given a sedative, a bolus dose of that. This is the ease of alignment of energies, alignment to the real, alignment to the now, alignment to the truth, because that is. The body is so happy in this moment as you have allowed it to choose whatever is greatest for the body, leaving your controls over it. And we are so addicted to controls, obsessive compulsive, never realizing what is the degree and intensity of pain that we must be initiating in our body by choosing control, and that too 24/7. Sometimes we will starve our bodies because we desire to lose weight. Sometimes we eat obsessively because there is an emotional bout happening. Sometimes we will exercise so much, extensively, and sometimes we will just be plonking on the bed day after day after day, never realizing how hard we are on our bodies. This is the time to lose control. And in this losing control, don't you think you're going to lose on good health, good body, good shape, everything good? Losing control is just talking about losing control of everything that is unreal, everything that comes from our memory, everything that is learned, everything that is coming from our limiting beliefs. We are a world in this world. We are a universe in this universe. The universe within has to be equivalent to the universe outside to create. So let's create the most amazing universe within that we keep mirroring outside. A world that is supreme, full of joy, peace, full of happiness, full of everything that is infinite. no thoughts to rattle, all breaths to rejoice, all inhale, exhale, just creating connection and a deeper connection. What if in this maze of life you were the only one who knew the way out of that maze? And what would it take for each one to know that way out of the maze of life? And do you know, why do you know the maze out of this journey of life of yours with clarity? Because the supreme God is that point of it, the guiding force, the noon, that divine light, which just creates the momentum and a clear pathway for you to follow. Because it just knows what is the right way for you. And how are you going to blossom? It's a journey from fragile to agile. It's a journey from disturbance to fragrance. It's a journey from hate to love. It's a journey, a beautiful journey, returning to love. Let's take a long deep breath. As we are basking in these divine energies, feeling much more agile, feeling much more bright, knowing what is and how is life, and what is real and what is not in clarity. And there is no misery as we have chosen light. We have started seeing just miracles everywhere. Miracles and only miracles. Let's take a long deep breath and make these miracles available to the entire world. May they be aware. May they know with clarity what miracles are, and may they show up in each one's life, in every second, in every breath of theirs. In giving what we are getting, we can't even calculate. Just giving, passing on the ease, passing on the clarity, passing on the energy of joy to everyone, without even an iota of expectation. This is the magic. This is the opening of the miracles. This is the door to miracles. Let's take a long deep breath. Let's thank our bodies for the ease that they created yesterday. Let's thank our bodies for creating ease as an add-on to the ease that was created yesterday. And may this ease keep multiplying. May these miracles keep multiplying. And may we all see these miracles, because the more we get to see, the more we get to believe. And the more we get to know that there are more miracles waiting. Let's take a long deep breath again, connecting to our body and thanking the body with utmost gratitude for always being at our beck and call, even when we were very, very unkind to them. Thanking our breaths for showing us the way out of misery into the miraculous. And let's be in gratitude of our lighter bodies now. The bodies, so many of them already slept, and the others are so desiring to curl up in bed. So let's take a long deep breath, connecting to our bodies, breath, the music, the rooms, couches that we're lying on, the cushions, the pillows, the Dunlops, the beds, the AC quilts and whatever that are giving you comfort. And you can choose to just get back. Getting back to the real, now you have dropped your point of view. That there is something that you have aligned to that you could not earlier. So you can be in this magical energy field for as long as you desire. And now I shall take leave till we